So this is corona's definition, which is the phenomenon of hissing noise, faint violet glow around the conductor, along with the production of ozone gas surrounding the overhead lines, caused when the applied voltage of the line conductor exceeds a particular threshold value for which the air surrounding the conductor becomes conducting due to the ionization of air, that is called as corona. So effect of corona takes place when applied voltage exceeds a particular value, which is known as critical disruptive voltage. So how that corona takes place, that also I explained, that under normal conditions, the air around the line conductor, that is in the overhead lines, they contain a number of free ions, that is free electrons, and there are presence of UV rays, cosmic rays, radioactivity, these things. Now, when a potential gradient is applied and that is gradually increased, that is voltage is applied between conductors. Okay, so the applied voltage is gradually increased, then the two conductors, between the two conductors, a potential gradient is developed. And that gradient, that potential gradient is maximum around the surface of the conductors. Now, under this condition, there is a flow of free electrons that acquire increasing acceleration because it is under the influence of the potential gradient. So, under the influence of the potential gradient, the electrons acquire a uniformly increasing acceleration. So, what happens then? The electrons move at a very high speed, a high velocity, and due to that, they strike each other and they strike the neutral molecules. When they strike the neutral molecules, they produce further electrons because when they strike or when they collide the neutral molecules, from the neutral molecules, if electrons are discharged. Now those electrons again strike other neutral molecules and other ions. So these process continues until there is an avalanche of electrons or electron avalanche, because it reaches a saturation point. When that saturation point is reached, it finally results in an electron avalanche. So that process at that time, when the potential gradient is about 30 kV, 30 kV per centimeter is the breakdown strength of air, because air at that point, after that point, after 30 kV per centimeter, air becomes conductive. Even air becomes conductive due to presence of dirt, dust, or the free particles like this. So when air becomes conductive and due to the effect of cumulative effect of the electron avalanche, the ionization of air takes place, that gives rise to corona. So this is the phenomenon or the effect of corona, which takes place surrounding the line conductors. Okay. So this was how does corona formation takes place. Next is the effects of corona. How can we identify, or what happens? What are the results due to corona? What results are there? Number one, a violet glow is observed around the conductor. Then a hissing noise is produced. So what we have, violet glow, hissing noise, along with production of ozone gas. Ozone, I hope you know ozone gas. It produces ozone gas during corona, which can be detected by the characteristic odor. Odor means smell. So with the smell of ozone gas, we can identify or we can detect the presence of corona. Next is that the glow is high over rough and dry, dirty surfaces. The glow means the violet glow that is observed around the conductor, that is high more in rough and dirty surfaces of the conductors. And then corona is obviously accompanied by power loss because huge amount of electron avalanche occurs. So huge amount of current flows means huge amount of I square R occurs. So corona is accompanied by power loss. Next is that the charging current under corona increases because the corona introduces harmonic currents. So charging current also increases. What is charging current? We again come to know afterwards. So charging current under corona also increases because it introduces harmonic currents. So up to this we did in the previous class. Next I'll move on to, this was just the revision part of the class I had in the morning. So next is the parameters, those are related to corona. What are the terms that we will get in this corona? So what are they? Critical disruptive voltage. I told you that after the particular threshold voltage, the corona takes place, not before that. That particular voltage, after which means the minimum voltage required to occur corona, that is actually critical disruptive voltage. So critical disruptive voltage can be defined as the minimum phase to neutral voltage. Phase to neutral voltage, okay. So the minimum phase to neutral voltage at which corona occurs, that is our critical disruptive voltage. Next is critical visual disruptive voltage. So what is visual? By the word visual, you can understand that what we can see, that is the visual effect. Okay. So we can see in corona the glow, but glow happens after some time. Okay, when the voltage applied is equal to critical disruptive voltage, that is the first one, the corona starts at that time, but the glow cannot be visible at that time. So to have it visible, the charged ions require further ionization, and hence surface gradient must increase and reach a certain value. So that voltage required to cause that gradient of sufficient value at the surface is called critical visual disruptive voltage. Okay, so this was the second one, the critical visual disruptive voltage. Means when you can see the glow, when it is starting to happen, it doesn't happen just when the corona formation takes place, not at that instant. Glow appears a bit later, and when the glow is visible, that requires more charge ions for ionization at that surface gradient or at that certain value of voltage, that is our critical visual disruptive voltage. Okay, next the last one is the corona loss. I told you that this huge amount of electron requires that huge amount of current, that current that is flowing without any requirement. Okay, so that is loss. That current is the loss. That current causes I square R losses. So the additional power required to keep these ions produced in the air due to corona, that is moving, the additional power required to keep the ions moving in derived from the supply system, and this is the energy that is dissipated in the form of heat, sound and light is called corona loss. So obviously in corona we get heat, means heat is dissipated, sound is also heard, the hissing noise, and light, that is a violet glow. So these are the three forms of energy. So in through these three forms, heat, sound and light, the corona loss takes place. And obviously it is derived, that energy is derived from the supply system only, means the transmission system only. So that is our corona loss. Next we will move on to the factors that affect corona. See very carefully, because this is important, means this comes quite often. I'll give you the questions regarding corona, because this part, only this corona part, will be there for your internals. Okay, so internal examination will be having the entire first module as well as this fourth module, small part corona. So what are the factors that affect corona? This is dependent on many things. As I just said that the energy is derived from the supply system only. So whatever the parameters or the characteristics of the supply system is there, all those factors influence corona. Okay, all those factors influence corona. Now the main thing, the first thing is the electrical influence. So the electrical influence of corona is the first thing, which is frequency. Okay, so frequency is the first required thing which influences corona. Now, how can we actually know that how it influences? That is a question. You see, the electrical factors, I have not still gone yet to the equation of corona loss. There is an equation and there are a few derivations also. So I've not got to that equation, but if we see the equation, then it will be observed that it depends on the supply frequency, such that higher the supply frequency, higher is the corona loss. You see, at very high frequencies, corona loss will be more, very high. And you make the supply frequency less, then the corona loss will be less. So it is observed that you see, I have a question for this. Frequency, where do we observe? AC or DC?
AC.
Yes.
Correct. So obviously, corona loss takes place only in AC. There is no corona loss in DC. This is a very high point. Why I told you? Because the first point, frequency, higher the supply frequency I said in AC, higher is the corona loss. Thus, DC corona loss is always less because DC there is no frequency as such. So DC corona loss is less, and due to the corona effect, third harmonic components are generated. Means harmonics are generated due to corona. This is I will have that in other points, but harmonics are actually not very good for the system. It creates noise, it creates oscillations, and it disturbs the system. So harmonic components are generated while corona takes place, especially third harmonic component. Now, that is why corona loss is higher for high frequency and higher harmonics, because for higher frequency only harmonics will be high. Next is that line voltage. You see the supply line that is coming, obviously the voltage of the supply line will directly influence the corona. How? The line voltage directly affects corona or the corona loss, such that for lower line voltages, corona may be absent, but for voltages higher than the disruptive voltage, corona starts. So, from the critical disruptive voltage itself, we are saying that yes, it is dependent upon voltage. So, obviously, higher the line voltage, higher will be the corona loss. Next is the atmospheric conditions. Now, this is one of the most important factors, because atmosphere, there are two main things: the pressure and the temperature. These two factors are atmospheric conditions, and these two factors, the pressure and temperature, together decide the values of the disruptive voltage. If I tell you the expression of critical disruptive voltage, which I'll go to this class or the next class, so at that voltage, that is influenced by pressure and temperature, so it affects the disruptive voltage and the corona loss. Next thing is that as we have that lower value of, uh, I should say, critical disruptive voltage, corona losses becomes more visible. Okay, for lower pressures, especially pressures and higher temperatures, the value, that particular value is small, and corona effect and loss is dominant. Similarly, why I am telling you, in mountain areas, corona loss is very high. Similarly, in stormy conditions, dusty conditions, rainy conditions, the number of free electrons are more in the air. So, therefore, the critical disruptive voltage is lower. Critical disruptive voltage varies with the atmosphere, right? If it is already stormy, the free ions are more in the atmosphere. In the stormy weather, you see lightning, thunderstorms. Means what why it takes place? Due to the electrostatic effects, obviously. So obviously free ions is present at that time when it is stormy, dusty, rainy. So these, under these conditions, the critical disruptive voltage will be lower only. Means at low voltage only it will be, it starts, corona effect starts, because already ions are there. So this increases the corona loss considerably. So it is major condition is the atmospheric condition. Next is that the fourth one, size of the conductor. You see, the corona loss is directly proportional to the square root of the radius of the conductor. This expression again I'll say later. Uh, just think that it appears that the corona loss is more if the size of the conductor is more. Okay, so the size of the conductor is one of the very important thing. Loss is more if the size of the conductor is more, but for large size conductors the critical disruptive voltage is also more, so loss is less, inversely proportional. Now this effect is very dominating, and that is why the higher the size of the conductor, lower will be the corona loss. So size of the conductor, the more we increase the size, which will not be economical, obviously we want the radius and the diameter to be small, right? So obviously if we increase the size, it will not be economical. I'll require more copper, more aluminum, more metals, it will be required, but corona loss will be less. So this is one of the factors. Again, a compromise has to be made between economy and the corona. So this is the fourth one. Next is the surface conditions. As I told you that rough surfaces, uneven surfaces, the critical disruptive voltage will be less. Why less? Because already at lower voltage only it will occur, because the rough surfaces, uneven surfaces, they have more steep points. Charges will accumulate there. The charges accumulate there. You do not require that high disruptive voltage. At low voltage it will be starting. So the corona effect is dominant there also. So similarly, for the corona loss is also more for rough and dirty surfaces. Next, number 6 is number of conductors per phase. For higher voltages, a single conductor per phase produces large corona loss. So what we do? We use bundled conductors to reduce the effect of corona. See, if you use a one single conductor. Remember, I told you about stranded conductors, many conductors stacked into one. Those are called the bundled conductors. Now, for higher voltages, a single copper per phase will produce much more larger corona effect. Instead, if we used bundled conductors, which will have a certain thing called GMD, self GMD, then it increases the critical disruptive voltage, reducing the corona loss. Okay. So next one is the spacing between conductors. This is very means easy to understand, because you place the conductors close to each other at very low voltage, the spark will come. Not very low voltage, at a certain voltage. But if you make it more, the spacing between two conductors is made more. Obviously, it will take more time for the air between them to be conductive. So obviously spacing between the conductors, if the spacing is made very large, then corona can be absent. So if you space the conductors far from each other, corona can be avoided. Practically, actually, the spacing is selected so that corona is tolerable. Like that, it is chosen. Next is the shape of the conductor. The shape of the conductors, like flat, oval, cylindrical, what kind of shape you are using, that also affects corona loss. Now, for uniform cylindrical shape, corona loss is compared to any other shape. So, uniform cylindrical shape is preferred, because in case of uniformly cylindrical shape, the corona loss will be less compared to other shapes. Next is the clearance from the ground. Clearance from the ground means how far you are placing the conductor from the ground. I told you what is clearance in the sag problems. So the height of the conductors from the ground, that is our clearance. So the height of the conductors from the ground also affects the corona loss. The smaller the clearance of the conductors from the ground, higher is the corona loss. Last one is the effect of load current. This is important because as the load current, that is the customer's requirement or the client side demand for the current, that is the load current, as the load current increases, the temperature of the conductors also increase. Now I told you it depends on temperature also. So this does not allow any like snow, dew, dirt to deposit on the surface. So this reduces corona loss. Okay, so higher the load current, corona loss will be low. Now, due to all these factors, what I told, for the long transmission lines, the corona loss per kilometer of the line can be obtained at various points. And the net corona loss is obtained by the average of all the values at one point, and then you take the average of all the points, you will get the average value of corona loss. Now, last one, I'll just say in brief and then I'll leave. That is methods for reducing corona. What are the methods for reducing the effects of corona? Corona effects are particularly observed when the operating level is more than 33 kV. I told you 30 kV is for the observation of the air, breakdown strength of air. Now, if you impose other things, it will be maximum 33 kV. So, operating voltage, I'm telling you, not the breakdown strength, but the operating voltage level, if that is more than 33 kV, corona is observed. So, what are the methods to reduce this corona effect? The following methods, as you can see. First one is increasing the conductor size. So, size of the conductor means what? Obviously, diameter and radius only means the size, determines the size of the conductor. So by increasing the diameter or the radius, the size of the conductor will increase. So by increasing the size, the disruptive voltage will be increased. So to have low corona loss means we want to increase the disruptive voltage only. Na? Our main target will be to increase the disruptive voltage so that corona occurs later. So that is avoiding corona mainly. So that effect, that will be means if we increase the size, the disruptive voltage will be increased also. Hence the corona effect will be reduced and the conductors with large cross sectional area like the ACSR conductors are used to reduce corona effect. Next is that the increasing the conductor spacing. Number two, increasing the conductor spacing. This I told you already. If you increase the spacing, it increases the voltage level at which corona starts. So if we delay the voltage where corona starts, that only means reducing corona. Thus, the corona effects are reduced if we increase the spacing, but practically, the spacing cannot be increased actually beyond certain limits at the cost of supporting structure increases also. So there are other things made to reduce corona. And the last one is using bundled conductors and hollow conductors. Hollow and bundled conductors, as I said, they also reduce corona effects. So I will just, anyone has any question till this part? Anyone having any questions, please raise. Okay, I think no one has questions as such. So I'll just briefly tell the disadvantages as well as advantages of corona. You see, advantage as such, we are only getting disadvantage. Firstly, we are getting power loss, we are getting harmonics, we are getting ozone gas, which is not wanted because it chemically reacts with the conductor and it can cause corrosion of the conductor as well. So these are the disadvantages. Do we have any advantage? Yes, we do have. That is, corona effect actually reduces the effects that can be produced by surges, and the conductor is saved from the possibility of lightning. What are surges? Anyone? Surges are, someone told me that rising value. Correct. Surges in electrical term means voltage surges, means sudden spike in voltage, sudden rise in voltage. So those sudden things that happen, those are called transients actually. So sudden transients or voltage surges, they can affect the conductor in a very bad way, especially as you can see, lightning can affect the overhead lines mostly. So when corona takes place, due to corona's very high voltage, all the power loss that is taking place, due to that, corona reduces the effects that are produced by the surges, and the conductor is saved from the possibility of lightning. So it acts as a safety device kind of. So this is the only advantage. Apart from that, we can say that due to corona, the air surrounding the conductor is also ionized and becomes conducting. So this increases actually the virtual diameter of the conductor, right? So that is another advantage we can see. So these two are the things. Disadvantage wise, we can say that there is radio interference due to corona. What happens? The corona discharge produces radiations that introduce the noise signals in the communication lines or other electronic devices in the power system, like carrier signal, radio and television receivers, navigation signals. So here noises are introduced due to corona. Such noise signals are adversely affecting the wireless signals produced by corona, and that is called radio interference. So radio interference mainly is significant for the voltage levels up to say 200 kV. It is very high. So radio interference is another effect that we can say that is produced due to corona. So I think today's class time is also over. I'll leave it here. Anyone has any questions? No? Okay. Okay, so I'll be giving the link of this to you. Thank you, students, for joining. You can leave now. Yes, anyone has any questions? Anyone? No. Okay. So I'll leave the class here because your next class timing is already here. So